everyone. So welcome back to another episode of the Hell Spring podcast. I hope you're all doing well, because in today's episode, I have yet another guest, and we are officially on episode 16, which is so wild to me because I can't believe we've lasted this long, and I'm so happy that you all are still enjoying the episodes, especially the ones with the guest and also solos too. But today I'm going to be having on ItsMeTroi, who is a world-renowned CC and mod queen. She is my one-stop shop to go to when if I'm looking for any CC to download or if any mods are being updated or are broken. And especially if you love The Sims and other variety gameplay, she is a Twitch ambassador and recently hit 30,000 followers on Twitch. But she also plays a lot of variety gameplay on Twitch like Fortnite, Apex, Valorant, and so much more. But all of her links will be down below in the show notes for you to check out. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop into today's episode. Thank you so much for being on my podcast. I honestly am very happy that you are on this because I feel like we have history. You have a lot of knowledge, insight, the 411 on everything about Sims, Twitch, streaming, YouTube, all the above mods. Like, people should know you are like the mod queen, one-stop shop, going to your Discord, seeing what's broken, seeing what's fixed, all the above. But thank you so much for being on here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I don't know about queen, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, totally. So how's your day been so far?
My day started a couple of minutes ago. Gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
That streamer lifestyle.
True.
That's what time frame I'm on at the moment. My week hasn't been so bad. What about yours?
My week has been pretty good. It's been very busy and chaotic because planning out, episodes for the podcast, Twitch Pride Month, and all these other different things are just happening that it's so busy, but so worth it at the end of the day.
Oh, congrats on your Twitch Pride Month promotion. Congrats.
Thank you. I'm very excited, honestly. I didn't expect him. Like, they asked me, I'm like, oh, sure, why not? Because it's like really cool and a cool opportunity to be a part of something very special. So can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself? Who's ItsMeTroi?
Okay, so hi, I'm ItsMeTroi. I am a full-time content creator and Twitch ambassador on the interwebs, as I like to I got my start in The Sims 4, mainly with modding about 4 years now? 2019. It's been a while. It's getting up there, unfortunately, and I'm not ready for it to be 5 years.
Oh my, time flies.
It is. It really is.
I'm like, it's crazy. No, it's crazy. I'm like, I was just thinking, like, it's been that long? Wow.
Yeah. I made my first video with City Living, and City Living came out a while ago. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, because I looked at your channel and it said you started 2013, like the start of the YouTube channel, but you didn't upload until like 2019. Yeah, so it's been that long. Okay. So you've been like more so a viewer for a while before starting to upload YouTube videos? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think that's how we all start out as like viewers, and then we like, okay, I think I want to get into this game of uploading YouTube videos and seeing where it goes and hope for the best, and look at where you are now.
Right? Still hoping for the
best. True. Same. So what was like your first impression? Because I always ask my guests, like, what's our first impressions of each other? And I'm just curious because I never know. I just assume everybody thinks I'm crazy and too much.
My first impression of you was awesome. I mean, you're inviting, you're warm, especially to people who are new into the community. And I thought we hit it off,
Yeah.
And plus, I thought we hit it off.
Yeah, we did.
And when it comes to, at least when I first joined, and I think still to today, like when it comes to one of the pillars in the Sims community, especially with building, your name pops up.
Really?
Yeah, and especially in bright yellow, yes.
True, true. I do conquer the yell quite well.
It's on brand for you. I don't think anyone should dare take the bright yellow.
No, no, no. So honestly, I first like heard of you and I was immediately just hooked to your videos because you were, upbeat and energized for like Sims. And I loved watching Sim videos back then. I still do. But you're kind and you're warm and you're welcoming. And I remember back in like 2017, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 2017, around the time I did Simness Showcase so long ago. And I remember you sent an email asking to be featured. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And it was around the time cats and dogs became a thing. And your first video that I watched was you creating your IRL dog, your
Oh
Pomeranian, Mr.
god.
P.
Oh wow.
I know. Long time
Cats.
ago.
Yes. Oh no, wait, Cats and Dogs. That had to be
Was it?
2019. No, 20. No, City Living came out November 2019. So I think the following year was Cats and Dogs.
Oh,
June. It may have been a Junist. See, the packs they're blurring together now.
yeah.
They're blurring together. Luckily, The Sims follows a a pattern. Their expansion
Yes.
packs,
Yeah, they
but
do.
so yeah, I think that was 2020 because 2017 I was way deep into college still,
Oh no, that
still
was
struggling.
yeah. It's been a minute, honestly, when you think about it, because I'm like, really? Has it been that long? Because Cats and Dogs came out in 2017,
N-
the last time that I
no,
remember.
wait, hold on.
I mean, the video I saw was 3 years ago, November 10th, 2017.
Sims 4. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been that long. Because honestly, because looking at all of this, I'm like, wow. Hmm. Because I remember when it was it feels like you said, all the packs are blurring together at this
Yeah, all the
point. Like
years. Yeah,
we got too many packs. I think
all the. It is a lot of
40,
packs.
40.
No,
No.
it's
I f-
it has to be over 40. It has to
yeah.
be. It's a lot of stuff packed.
I lost count after Cool Kitchen and I don't even remember that what that number is. It's been too long, too many packs. I can't keep up. I always say my favorite packs are Season, Cats and Dogs, and Parenthood. That's like my go-to because I mean those things are good to be honest. But
They're essential. They're essential to the game.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
essential
totally.
packs.
So when you kind of like got into YouTube, like what kind of made you want to get into like making YouTube videos? So I guess early on in the Sims franchise, if that makes any sense.
Well, when I first started creating Sims videos, and I've been a Simmer since Sims 2 was on commercials, like
Oh,
TV commercials. Yeah. So I didn't even know mods existed until Sims 4. And that was 2017 after, when City Living was about to come out. And I had just told myself, like, you know what, apartments will be really nice right now.
yeah.
And next thing you know, there's apartments being announced. I'm like, cool. So around that time, I found Simmers on YouTube, and I found a live stream, and I found X Mira Mira while she
Mhm.
was simming and playing on YouTube back, and having fun, doing all the mods, extreme violence. And I'm like, oh
Mhm.
wow. And, watching her for a while kind of made me like, this, streaming seems fun. So I actually started streaming on YouTube before making YouTube videos, I think. And then, like, one of my stream I did showing a mod was like doing super well.
Mhm.
And it was, what mod was it? It was one of the adult mods.
Oh, the Puff Puff Pass mod.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh,
That one,
oh.
I don't know if Basemental was out at that point.
I don't think
Um,
so.
I think yeah, it was. Um, I forgot. It was an adult mod. I know that much.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was. I think it was one of the prostitution mods.
Oh, wait, the teen
One
pregnancy mod?
No, prostitution.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of the old ones. It was one of the first prostitution mods.
Oh,
The Sims,
wow.
yeah. Um, it was basic to you just, do your thing and then you ask for the money and then, that was it. It was no buffs. There was no extra bells and whistles to it. It was one of the first ones and that was doing very well. I was like, well, let's see, how mods work. And, that's how it started.
Oh, that's cool. I mean,
Mhm.
like I said at the beginning, you are like the one-stop shop to go to see if like mods are good or bad or need to be updated or new mods are being created that we need to know about. Like if people go to your YouTube channel like now, they'll see a whole bunch of like mod videos, mod updates, CC shopping, created some videos, like everything. And it's so informative in my opinion because as a viewer, it's helpful to know like what mods are broken because I am a rebel. I don't forget. I just choose not to update my mods when we get a new patch update because I can't live without that stuff. UI cheats, MCC. No, I can't live without that. Oh,
Cannot. Shout out to
no.
Werebesu. But Werebesu
Yeah.
says less, but always updates. Shout out to Werebesu.
Yes, always update your game and always update your mods because, well, depends on the update and depends on what mods,
Yeah.
because there's a way you can stop the updates, but I don't think you can play the game, can you?
You can. You can just turn Origin in offline mode and play like that. But of course, mods are, updated mod code is with the new game code. So,
Okay.
so you're gonna have to, update eventually, or you may have some issues, I believe. In theory. I'm not really into code like that, but I would assume, modders updating their code to match the new code from the
Oh, yeah.
update, if you're using old game code and using the new game code, maybe some issues here and there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
you can play the old game for 2 years as long as you don't, date your game.
True.
It
But
happens. People do it. Yeah. I
yeah.
don't. It's not me.
Oh,
But
no.
some do it.
Some do it, but I'm not one of them because
Right?
I gotta keep my game updated so I can download some new stuff. Because I'm a CC addict. It's not okay. It's not a problem. It's more of a lifestyle, to be honest. Not an addiction. More of a lifestyle.
No, I'm pretty sure it's an addiction. Let's go ahead.
I don't know.
Okay.
I only have 8 GB of custom content and mods, so I mean I'm very low on the
What?
spectrum. Kind of.
Okay. Kind of.
I know
But
some
you
people
still.
have 100.
But you still have 8 gigs though.
True. Most of them are hairs and clothing for my female Sims. Male Sims are lacking because there's not a lot of good stuff out there for me to download. Because I primarily download Max's Match custom content instead of alpha. And I know there's 10,000 tons of alpha stuff. I'm like, it doesn't fit my game, you know?
Right. Yeah. I
So,
feel that. I mean, it all depends on preference too. You like alpha,
yeah.
you like Max's Match, you like both. I have a little bit of Max's in my game, but I do prefer alpha. But alpha is kind of taxing on your
Hmm.
PC because of all the polygons.
Oh,
The
yeah.
pol-
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I understand. Play with what you want with.
Exactly. No one's stopping you.
No.
So around the time when you started your YouTube channel, you had a Cats and Dogs LP for the 101 Dalmatian.
Ooh.
And there has been are you a fan of that movie franchise, Cruella de Vil?
To be honest, I could never finish that movie because it was the animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
At least I could never finish it because it was so sad what she wanted to do with the puppies.
True.
So
True.
I don't know what was going through my mind at the time. Wanting to do a challenge and then 101 Dalmatians. Sure, why not? I never finished it like any other LP. I never finished it, and I'm surprised that you found that because there's you went scrolling
I
if you found
scrolled.
you went scrolling through my catalog if you found that.
Yes. It's at the very beginning, I would say. Because I mean, whenever I do interviews, I wanna make sure I know about my guests a little bit more, even though I've been watching your YouTube for, years. So, half of the time, I know everything. Well, not everything, but, seeing what I watch, and it's like, "Okay, they did this one at this time, this one at that time," and they're changing the game, changing how they make their content, and from watching your YouTube channel from the very beginning to now, I would say it has definitely stepped up in quality, and it's more, I guess, entertaining, I guess,
Mhm.
because I think back then YouTube was, in a weird phase of your videos have to be this long or, 20 minutes long to have that engagement or whatever, and now it's like, "No, make 'em shorter." It's like the algorithm just doesn't understand what they want, to be honest.
It doesn't. It never does, and it changes constantly.
It does. So, would you say that you would ever return to making Let's Plays or some type of mini series down the line in the future?
Probably not, because it isn't for me.
Yeah.
One, because it takes on a personal level, it just telling a story to The Sims really isn't for me, and I learned that because I always thought like, okay, well, are these boring? No one's really watching it. I'm bored. I don't know what to do. And when it comes to just playing the game, I like to just play by
Mhm.
myself. Like I don't really think out loud. I don't really think of the storylines. I just go with the flow. And I believe like if you're doing an LP, you have to like have a clear, concise storyline and events lined up. And unfortunately, that is not me. And on a channel level, they just don't do well for me.
Mhm.
And it takes a lot to produce.
It
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, as you know, it takes a lot to produce an LP, just one LP episode. So, yeah, short answer is no.
Okay. I mean, honestly, yeah, because LPs, they're fun, but I think it all depends, on the preference and, the person and
Mhm.
everything. Because I remember there was a time in my life of 2019, and I had LPs upon LPs, never finished them, but I had one specific LP that I loved so much that I carried it on for so long. It was, the basic base game Sims 4, and then the other one was Cats and Dogs, and I ended season 1. But it was around that time where I'm, going through school, and I was in the midst of getting to my last semester of university, and I was stressed out, and then I got very burnt out, and then I stopped doing LPs since then. So it's been a very long time since I've made an actual, proper LP. They're all more, sporadic and here and there type of, episodes is how I would put it, but I don't know, LPs are just weird for,
Yeah.
YouTube. Well, I mean, hopefully, I mean, down the line, who knows what could change, but LPs are just something that, YouTube got to understand. People like them, but then again, it depends on the person. What's crazy to me is that it's already June 2nd by the time we're recording this. This is not going up until, 3 weeks later or so, and by this time I predict that things will get better in the world. People are getting vaccinated, the world's opening up again and everything. But where things are now, what would you say has gotten better since the start of the year? Like for you?
Oh, wow.
I know. Deep
Ugh.
question.
It is a deep question. To be honest, I really can't say because it's still cautious. Um,
Mhm.
Still dealing with, the effects of COVID. It still is kind of going back to normal. Trying to get the groove back. So I really can't say at the moment. It's 6 months in, but like those 6 months have gone by really fast. Like my brain is still February,
Yeah,
but
same.
the body is in June.
Mm.
So, I mean, if you want to come back to the question in December,
That's
I can probably tell you then, but
Now it's I'm not sure. My brain's one where, my body's on another planet. It's I don't really know where I stand. It feels weird
right.
because my brain, it feels like it's still March or February, and it's not that. Time changed. We're still at home, and I guess working full time as a full time content creator, as such as yourself, I feel like it's been not stand still, or it's like you blink and then it's like a next month or a next year, and you're like, where did the time go?
Yeah, pretty soon it will be like 2030, and you're like, wow, okay.
It's like, well,
Um,
time for my high school reunion.
my high school reunion it's either this month or it was
Ooh.
last month, and no, I'm not going.
No, no, no. I don't think I could ever go to my high school reunion whatsoever. I will not go. Well, I might go just to not see the people, but see what it's like, I guess. Because I graduated high school in 2014. So it's been like 7-ish years. So I have 3 more
Mhm.
years left until 10-year anniversary of my graduation. And I'm like, oh gosh, show choir, theater, bullied everything. It's like, it was crazy. High school was dramatic.
High school was dramatic, and sadly, it's still dramatic.
Yeah, I don't understand what has
Something in
life
the
come to
water.
this? Yeah.
Something in the water.
It really is. I'm like, they need to clean that out, filter it, do something because it's not right.
It's not. It's not.
No. So what's been your favorite thing you've been liking to do this year? Streaming? No? Anything at all? A book? A movie?
Actually, just watching, like, I mean, it's kind of the same thing I always do, but like just turning off my PC, like,
Mm,
and stepping away earlier and
yes.
just having me time.
That's
If
good.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I can do that, I enjoy it.
That's good. Me time is good because when you're at home and you work full time at home, and
Mhm.
it's like you don't want to constantly be on something that is your job. Like social media, gotta turn it off. I've deleted the apps off of my phone. I don't use Twitter on my phone anymore. I just go into the desktop. Once I'm done, I am done for the day. But if I want to use Twitter, I'll use like the web browser on my phone, so I have that, and like where I can like not constantly be on the actual like phone app. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have, all these other things, but I keep my main ones like Instagram and the YouTube video app, not YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is absolutely toxic.
It
Uh,
is. It's the YouTube Studio is the devil. It is the
yes.
devil.
It's like one time I clicked it and I nearly just died. Well, because I'm like, it was going great because I was uploading daily and it said, oh, congratulations. Like 50% of you, people are watching your videos more. Keep going. I'm like, I don't, great, awesome. Thank you. But you really have done me dirty before. I don't like that. Like, I don't like how they rank your videos like
The-
top
mm,
10, like ones that's
mhm.
really going good and then like at the bottom. But if people do YouTube, don't look at it.
No,
Don't. Just don't.
don't do it. Mm-mm.
It'll destroy your mindset, trust me.
It will. It'll go straight to the gutter. It will just deplete and deplete and deplete, and then you'll get a rush of serotonin. It's like, congrats, 50% of viewers are watching this video, and then it'll just it'd be like 50% of viewers are not liking this video. Maybe change this, and you're don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, I can do that. I can try that. I will. Personally, I will. So, would you say that making mod videos and like update videos are more exciting for you to make because they're quick and you can experiment with the features and everything and have people, download them for their own game?
Well, one thing, they're not quick. At least
Well,
not how
true.
I edit. At least how I produce. And at first they were. At first they were. Especially since I was also new to modding, and like different types of modding script mods were coming out, like different ways to improve the game. And now I really wish to like branch out into non-mod content,
Mhm.
just because again, it's been 3 go 4 it's been hasn't been 4 years.
Almost
Uh,
5 years.
yeah, it's almost been 5 years. 700 plus videos on that main channel.
Mhm.
And majority, at least 99.9% of it is mods. So I would say at the beginning it did, but now I really wish to branch out and expand the content that I can make on that channel, whether it's
Yeah.
still Sims or it's something related, something another game. But yeah.
So that's why you created a second channel called ItsMeTroi 2 to upload
Mhm.
variety gameplay?
That is correct. The channel first started for LPs for The Sims
Mhm.
because the main channel is hard struck mod content.
Yeah.
But I had realized like, okay, this LP is done. It's finished finally. And it went dormant for a while. That second channel went dormant for a while. Then I was like, I have all this content on my Twitch channel that I can use. So I thought, why not just edit non-Sims content and put it there, which, I did. I
I mean,
do.
that's good. I mean, using your second channel for something, like, I use my second channel for, like, just re-uploading my streams from from Twitch to YouTube because I have no time to really, like, highlight all of them and store them, make playlists, even though I can just do them on YouTube because that's what I'm used to, and it's my nature. But that's good. Like, what type of games have you been enjoying on YouTube or, like, I mean, Twitch?
Recently Dead by Daylight
Mm,
and play a little bit Dead by Daylight, Valorant, and Apex.
okay.
I actually do love shooters.
Mhm.
So yeah, shooters is one of the main titles that I enjoy besides simulation, which mainly just consists of The Sims. The only
Yeah.
simulation game I really do enjoy is The Sims, but when it comes to games of shooting or action or sometimes puzzle games like Legend of Zelda, I do enjoy
Mhm.
those.
I haven't played Zelda in so long. I have it on my Switch, but I keep on
You
forgetting
should.
to, play it. So one of
You
these days I'll
should.
get back into it. Yeah.
You
It'll be more
should.
like of an off-stream game for me because I don't know if you feel the same way, but I need to have, like, those games that I just play by myself, no lights, no camera, no using my voice and my microphone, just chilling on the couch, just playing.
Yep. And a lot of creators need to realize not every game that you have needs to be shown
Yeah.
to others or that you need to entertain others. Like there are some games you need to have for yourself that you can just, sit in your bed in your underwear and just play on your Switch. Or, if you got the setup, hook your console up and again sit in your bed on your underwear and
Just do what you do.
just do what you do.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, people should definitely have the mindset of like, you don't always have to stream everything. You don't always have to record everything. You can just be yourself and just vibe with
Mm-hmm.
nobody watching, honestly.
Yep,
S-
yep, yep.
I've learned that very, like, not early on, but later on in my life of like, and then also, like, doing YouTube and Twitch. I'm like, okay, this makes more sense. I don't always have to be streaming for like 12 hours or every single day because one, my body cannot handle that. And two, nor I do not have the time to do all that.
Yep, that is true. That is true.
So you started doing Twitch around
Ooh.
2017. So is that correct?
It is, but I
Mm,
took a extended break
okay. Okay.
afterwards and then I came back. I think the following year, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would you say that streaming has changed your life? Because I feel like streaming has changed my life too.
Has in a way, mainly because I wasn't used to being on camera
Mhm.
and doing live content. Because when you think about it, it's live. People are watching you in real time. You're not recording a video, editing out all your likes, your bad habits. Picking your nose.
Mhm.
Um, so in that aspect, it has for me at least.
Okay. Good, good. So, when you first started, was it just mainly Sims or was it just a
It was
variety at the start?
it was mainly Sims. It was mainly Sims because the goal when you first started is affiliate, and then the
Mhm.
goal after that is partner. And
Yeah.
now I've moved into more variety off that channel. I think at least once or twice a week in my stream schedule, I do dedicate to The Sims, but some weeks it may just, be one day of Sims and then something variety. which recently I streamed the Resident Evil Village.
That game. It
It's
looks
not
so
that.
good.
It is good. It is good. You should play. It's not that scary. It's not. And so yeah, I've moved into more variety on Twitch.
Okay. I feel like a bit of variety is a good thing because you don't want to get burnt out on a certain game, so you can explore other horizons of video gaming and streaming and different communities that play the same game and everything. So yeah, I feel you on that part because I started out with Sims and now I'm more a bit of variety, but I do all the like it's in the same genre. I feel like where I'll play The Walking Dead or Life is Strange, and then I'll play Sims and like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and Hoko Life. It's I guess
It's
whatever
a
like I feel
struggle.
like. Yeah, it
It's a
is.
struggle.
It is, especially trying to reach partner when because I don't know if you felt this either, but going down the wave of trying to achieve partner is a struggle bus through like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. The
Yeah.
numbers are just wild because you had to reach 75 to like 100 viewers or more in like 30 days. And like, that's a lot. The
And you have
pressure.
and you have to keep that number. At least I was told when because I had applied a partner for about 3 times before I actually got it. 2 or 3
Hmm.
times. And I was way over the 75, but they told me you had to keep the average while they're reviewing your application, which could take a number of times. This was about 2 years. This was 2 years ago, so I don't know how it's changed now, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was a struggle. It was a mind fuck, especially because now you think about numbers, and numbers are fluctuating, and that's messing with you, and you're wondering, and you equate numbers to who you are actually. So it's like if numbers go down, you're like, okay, what's wrong with me? Why aren't people staying to watch me? Did I do something? Is there something wrong?
Hmm.
Um, and so all those thoughts go into your head, and you're just like, okay, well,
It's like, what can I do next to entertain the people? And I
yeah.
think when people do start doing like what, at least for me, when I did it, I didn't really like having to be so number focused at that time. And then in a period of my life, I'm like, okay, I want to grind. I'm going to stream as much as I can, go for it as long as I can for like 3 hours, play Sims all the time and nothing but the Sims, but do a little bit of variety, like one variety game. The rest of the week is Sims and just go forth into all that. And I don't know, I think I was at a point where I'm like, I don't think it's really worth it. And then I got it. So, and now I'm like, I don't care anymore. I remember I think it was 2 years ago, like around the same year you got partnered, was you went to the Twitch studios. And I remember, was it Twitch Weekly? It was a show
Yeah,
that they had.
it was Twitch Weekly, yeah.
Okay, so it was still called that. Okay, yeah. So when I remember you were at the studio, I forget who you were talking to. It was probably DJ Wheat and somebody else. And all I remember, the one thing out of that whole entire thing that I remember is that you turned off your viewer account when you started streaming. And ever
Hmm.
since then, I turned it off and I felt way more happier. And so I want to thank you because my sanity would not have been like good if it wasn't for that sentence.
Oh wow. And that was so long ago too.
Yeah.
Wow. That was my wow.
Yep. And look at you now. You're a Twitch ambassador. Look at that. Representing Twitch, doing great things. Proud of you.
Thank you. Wow. I can't believe you remembered. Wow.
Yeah.
That wow. That's wild. That
Yeah.
wow.
I still tell people to this day, like turn off your view count. It'll save you so much time. I gotta thank
Mhm.
ItsMeTroi because the view count is like it's a numbers game. I blame Instagram for this, honestly. It's always been like that. And I don't want that anymore. Like I don't want people to feel like you have to constantly have these numbers to reach out to brands or get sponsorships or do these little other things. Like someone said on Twitter, oh gosh, her name's Stephanie. I can't pronounce her
Mhm.
other name on
Ninsaga?
Twitter. Yeah.
Ninsaga? And then
Yes.
Saga.
What she always says is impact over
The
numbers. And that's
numbers.
so true because sometimes you might have 100 followers. You could get sponsored if you wanted to, if you put
Yep.
forth the effort and the time to develop that brand with those 100 followers and get sponsored or get an affiliate link or something that will help you support you as a creator. So honestly, people have to change their mindset that you don't need to have 1 million subscribers or 1,000 viewers or a certain amount of likes or whatever to get these type of things. If you put that energy into like you do for like school, you can do it for your your creative career of YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is to achieve something that you wanted to achieve for so long.
Yeah, that's
So,
so true. Yeah.
would you say that achieving partner was worth it?
I wouldn't say worth it in the sense of all like everything started to like go well, because
Mhm.
what a lot of people don't realize is like life after getting partner, like it really like you're when you're not partner, you only think about getting partner because you see like you think partner is going to be the end to be all. And what it really is, like the work really begins because it's like, okay, you have partner, what else? Because partner doesn't open up all these doors, it doesn't guarantee you more money,
Mhm.
partner doesn't guarantee you anything at all. Being a partner on Twitch, it doesn't guarantee you anything. I've had to work even more and learn more after being partnered. I think that once you become partnered, your eyes open up to like everything you like that you thought it was, but you actually start seeing the truth. The grass is always greener on the other side, and once you get
Yeah.
there, it's like, oh, okay, well, this is dumpster fire.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question.
Oh, it definitely did. Cause I mean, honestly, partner is not it's worth it, but not worth it, but for many different reasons. So like you explained it very like good for what I was asking. I feel like with Twitch, where it is at now, would you say that Twitch is becoming more inclusive since adding like the tags and, being held responsible? Because I think with companies way back then, they were like, okay, whatever. But now they're like, okay, we hear you. We're trying to do better and still hold us accountable. So do you think that Twitch is being more inclusive for all people or no?
I think that, and sadly, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes,
No.
unfortunately. But with what we've seen on social media, I think it's trying to. However, there's been instances again on the Twitter account where it's like a person of color could have been needed to look over this before it was posted because it's like, what the actual fuck? How did
Mm-hmm.
this get like? What filter did you put this through and thought, yeah, this is okay? And it's like, no, it wasn't. Delete this now. Like this, put this back in the drafts, bestie.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the tags, we've like as a community asked for tags for a while,
Mm-hmm.
especially those in the LGBTQ community have asked for the tags for a while, and they're finally here, but it shouldn't have taken that long to ask and ask and ask and ask and ask for them. So, I mean, again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, what decisions are made, who's doing what. And I can only comment on what I've seen in the public, on Twitter. Mainly all my, news comes from Twitter. I think everyone's news who are on Twitch comes from Twitter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's just how long do we have to wait till we get there? Is
True.
my response. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you on that one too. Twitch is changing, but it's slowly getting there in many different directions. And I do like that they're highlighting more people of color, which makes me very happy. So,
Hmm.
because like it's just not one color, it's many different colors on the internet. and they should be highlighted and, give the recognition that they deserve and, spotlighted for things that are very important. The next question I do want to ask you, with someone who wants to get into this quote unquote space of social media and content creation, like seriously, what should they primarily focus on?
Ooh, okay. So there are two answers to this.
Hmm.
One side being if you really, 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 really want to make this a career, and then the other side is like, do you just want to like shoot the breeze, chillax, and just have fun and do what you want to do. If you really, 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 really want to make this a career, I highly suggest you think about it first and look at all the pros and cons of doing it, because content creation does mess with your mental health. It will open up your eyes to a lot of different things, which I don't think is mainly talked about, especially the mental health aspect, because dealing with numbers and trying to fit into a highly oversaturated space. I mean, it was back then when I first started, and now it definitely is. And trying to stand out and ask people genuinely, like, look at interviews of creators who like speak candidly about what's going on with them,
Hmm.
because it's like a lot of things that we don't speak about. And I've struggled with mental health by being a content creator myself, and hyper focusing on the numbers and wondering what's going on and why this isn't working, this isn't working. Also, burnout is real. Creator burnout is real. It
It
happens
is.
a lot, especially if you just you're just creating content 24/7. Like every time you think of something to do and you thought this can be content, that happens. Like if you're trying to like relax, but you're thinking like I could be doing something productive towards my channels at this moment, that happens.
Hmm.
And just again, just read and look and see if there's something you really want to do. And then if you just want to shoot the breeze and just game and you don't really see yourself, well, I mean, nobody sees himself making this a full-time career first, but
No,
like but if you're just adamant like, yeah, no, I don't want to do content creation, but like streaming and making videos is cool, then just stream and make videos and do you.
exactly.
Just do you.
Yeah, just go into the mindset of like having fun at start, and then if you see yourself, like, really wanting to make this something, go forth, put in that effort, put in that time, and shoot for the
Yeah.
stars.
But even the person who did start off, just shooting the breeze and just doing what they want can also fall into the numbers game. And then
Yeah,
that's where you gotta go, and think to yourself like, is this something I really, really want to do? Because sometimes you need to step away and sometimes you do need to like think, this is not for me. This is not good for me physically, mentally, at all. And it's like, that's okay. That is okay.
yeah, it's okay to not be okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I feel like you're at the top of your streaming career, or you're still growing. You
I'm
just
still
reached
growing.
30. You're still
Still
growing.
growing.
Still growing. You just reached 30K on Twitch, which is an awesome achievement, let me tell you. Did you ever think you ever get to this point in like your career of just I feel like watching your streams, because I lurk in a lot of streams, and I feel like you're more happier, doing things, having fun, playing games, interacting with your community, and all the above.
I am, especially when it's I you can easily tell when I'm burnt out from The Sims.
Yeah.
And so when I'm playing, I can play The Sims for about like an hour or two,
Mhm.
because I have a main TikTok dedicated to Sims. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to Sims. I've played Sims on my Twitch channel for, I think it's 3 years since when I came back to Twitch, and I'm kind of burnt out from The Sims overall. So I can give The Sims about 2 hours at max, maybe 3 or 4 if I'm chilling and I'm just playing. Sometimes I forget to talk.
Yeah.
But if it's like another game like Dead by Daylight or Apex or Valorant, I can play that for like 8 hours plus.
Would you say that it's like the multiplayer aspect of those games that you like the most?
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Yeah, if it's multiplayer aspect, I can play for a while. Unfortunately, The Sims is a one player game, which it's fine when you're by yourself. Unfortunately, I have a hard time playing The Sims by myself because I do so much with content wise.
Mhm.
But there is no multiplayer aspect, and I keep thinking of like how of content I can do with The Sims for multiplayer that is actually fun, and I always come up blank because
Yeah.
it's very hard. It's very hard.
It is definitely very hard to try and, like, do multiple things at once with The Sims. Like, for me, I think that the way I guess not I don't burned out or getting close to burnout, I try to reinvent myself a lot where I like playing other games, but I also like The Sims. Like, why not just combine them both and see what I could do? Like, rebuild a house from a video game like The Walking Dead in The Sims, or building a Fortnite house in The Sims, like all these different things that I could try. I guess because I build so much that
Hmm.
it's easy, question mark. But it's definitely very hard, especially like doing collabs in The Sims.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because I remember we did, we
Mod
did a
Wars. We
yeah,
did
we did a
Mod
collab.
Wars.
Hmm. Didn't we also do like a black and white stream or something like that on Twitch? I feel like we did.
Ah, maybe.
Maybe. All I know, we did the Mod Wars, and
Yeah.
that was a lot. Because I mean,
Yeah.
kind of download CC and then make a sim in 10 minutes. Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
never been done before. Honestly, now I want to try that myself.
You want to try it again? Go ahead.
I mean, I might as well because I mean, now that I have a faster computer, I think it's possible.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely, definitely, definitely go for it.
now there's more custom content out there. It might be a little bit hard. Not gonna
Mm,
lie.
you're
Uh,
gonna get sidetracked. Like, wait a minute, I was doing a video.
it's like, oh
Hold
wait,
on.
I want this. I want that. I want. Oh wait, hold up. I need that hair. I need that makeup. Like, okay. Well, an hour passed by. It's like it's been 2 hours later, and forgot I was doing a video. Sorry, not sorry. It's turned to a CC shopping video. You're welcome. Um,
Hey, it's still content.
True. So segueing to like The Sims anyway. Like you started playing, like you said back in like the day you played The Sims 2. Did you ever
Hmm.
get a chance to play The Sims 1 at some point in your life?
I
Or just like
did,
you
and
did?
and it was on my channel. Actually, I did a video. I did a Sims One video. I finally got it to work, and I recorded it. And to this day, I'm still learning that The Sims One has so much. The Sims One had strippers popping out of a cake,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
like, those were I wish I was around for those days. I
Ooh.
wish yeah. So, and the graphics it's something to get used to, but they kind of reminded me of the old handheld Sims games a little bit.
Oh yeah.
The Game Boy Advance, especially
Mm-hmm.
the pool, like Sims busting out for Game Boy Advance. It reminded me a lot of that when I finally got it to work.
Oh, I loved The Sims busting out, but nothing cannot beat the herbs.
Yes.
That game is just legendary. I feel like they should do a remaster of the herbs in SimCity because all I know, I played it on my PS2. I was very young, didn't know a thing. All I know, I was a really good like worker at the Weasel game. That's all I know. I was rich and I got a penthouse, and that was it. Still, top tier game.
I was a good worker. Ooh, are we talking Game Boy or console or GameCube for
Well,
herbs?
for anyone, because aren't they all the same?
Actually, no, they're
Oh,
completely different.
hmm.
The Game Boy Advance version is more like busting out was on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Um, and like the storyline is completely different. And then the GameCube version, has the Black Eyed Peas popping up everywhere.
Oh,
While I
yep.
am
Got
giving you
those.
tips and hanging out with Fergie, listening
Mm-hmm.
to the music, and going from like place to place. Ooh, In Herbs, my favorite was the basketball game, the hoops
Oh.
at the jail cell for Game Boy Advance. I used to love the hoops, shooting the basketball, getting a lot of money, getting on my little hoverboard that you can unlock, and defeating the vampire. And
Vampire?
yeah, it was a vampire.
What?
For a split second, you see a vampire in Herbs.
Oh, I need to go find that game.
Yeah, and in the GameCube version, I don't know. I just wanted to cheat. I think it was. I can't remember the jobs there. I just know I really wanted to get to the highest level, and it was very hard to get into those VIP areas. That's
Oh,
all I
it
remember.
was.
It was very hard.
I remember there was one job. I don't think it was a job. It might have been a job. I only know it was like in an underground subway area, and you could fight robots and then do some other stuff. That area was weird, but it was fun. There was like a cage and everything. You could fight things. I'm like, okay, sign me up. I'm ready. Let's go. Let me earn some
Sign me up.
simoleons. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. I guess Herbs was like just one of those fan favorites. And then The Sims 2 came around and like, oh, forget the Herbs. Forget Bust Out. Sims 2 all the way. I played that game for so many years and I still play it to this day. I play in Pleasant View for the like every single chance I get. I'll play in Pleasant View. That neighborhood is dramatic.
I I think they were dramatic back then, at least the
Oh,
neighborhoods where
yeah.
they had so much. I don't think I really paid attention to them until I actually read some of them. I'm just like, oh wow, the tea is hot.
The
What's
lore
going
is,
on here?
yeah, the lore is really, really good. The backstories for all the Sims, the Calientes, Lothario, the Goss family, the land grabs. Like, there were so many Sims. Like, there was so much going on that you just didn't know where to start. It's like starting a story based game like Life is Strange. Like, where do you start? Where do I go?
Where do I go from here? Like, whose family do I mess up first?
Right. I always start with Don Lothario. He's connected by 3 different Sims, or I guess, yeah,
I
like
think
3.
is it three? I thought it was the Calientes and the Goths.
And then the Pleasants. Because,
Oh, I didn't know he had them.
yeah, because Caitlin Lankert's a maid of the Pleasant family.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
that's right. That's right. I forgot about the maid. Oh,
Yeah, so she's
okay,
hooking up
Don.
with Daniel Pleasant and Don Lothario at the same time. So it's like connecting all the dots. And then Mary Sue's just cold hearted and didn't know a thing. Like, she shows no emotion. I'm like, does she really love Daniel? Did they get married because it was some agreement or whatever, or a dare? Like, they just don't
I,
connect with for me, to be honest.
I don't. I think Don just doesn't care. He's like,
No.
woohoo is woohoo, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Don's just like, hi, bye. Like, he's dating Dina and Nina and Cassandra and then Caitlin. So 4 different Sims. And it's like, really, Don? Really? You're gonna be like that? I mean, at the
Mm.
start of the game, I think there's a way, if you go to the Goth household, there's a wedding already setting up in like
It
that general
is.
area.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. It is. I actually played through that wedding once. I was like, okay, we about to get it on.
Oh my
And
goodness.
they went on their honeymoon, and it was just a whole ordeal. And I'm like, why? What possessed me to do this?
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't know what possessed me to do this.
I'm a person that loves family gameplay and also loves chaotic gameplay. It's like, I'll get them married, have a little, maybe a kid or 2, and then like, okay, I'm bored. Time for divorce. Time to break up a marriage. Just do something. Separation of the children. One gets one, the other one gets the other one. Some little marriage agreement, money, child support, all the above. Because I'm like, I got to do something because there needs to be some like drama
Something needs
somewhere
to
in
be
the
spiced
mix.
up.
Yes. And that's why I love The Sims 2. And when mods came into The Sims 2, it was a whole other ballpark. Custom content was my jam. I downloaded so many mods. I even downloaded a mod where I could have kids in college because originally you couldn't do it.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. There's so many mods out there that's like wild. You can get child support through a mod. You can have kids on campus, pets on campus, get jobs on campus. There was also, I think, some other mods too that very like enhanced, like ACR. It's like where your Sims autonomously do like romantic interactions, and it's the most craziest mod I've ever like seen. Because one of my
Mhm.
friends, they downloaded the mod and their Sims just autonomously just try for baby and they end up being pregnant. So I'm like, okay, well that's just something, I guess.
That try for baby will get people caught up real quick.
Yes. Like the not the animations, but the cutscenes were a lot.
I miss the cutscenes. They were nice.
Yeah, I miss the cutscenes. I mean, when I was younger, I was like, they were a lot because I'm like, I can't have this being shown on my screen or I'll get grounded. Or like parents get curious and like, what is this? What is this woohoo interaction? What is what?
None. It's be like none ya,
No, none
none your
ya.
business.
No, don't
Like
look at
this.
it.
This isn't Teletubbies. It's not. So
No.
no. The Teletubbies wish.
They wish they've been canceled. Mm-mm. Nevertheless, if you could change or add something to The Sims, what would it be?
What do you mean? And what?
Like Sims 4, I guess.
I would. Wow. Ooh, wow. Okay. This is a lot. This
I
is
know there's so
this.
many things you could add.
Yeah, there is so many things I can add. I guess it would be more worlds,
Mm,
bigger worlds, worlds that are more interactive. Because I always wish, especially when I'm in Del Sol Valley, that the houses, like all the houses, they look really nice. You can't go to them because they're decor,
true.
but I wish the worlds were more interactive and
Mm-hmm.
bigger. Um, if it can't be open world like Sims 3, then at least like give me more, more places to live, more things to do.
Yeah. I feel like there was, because I mean, at the start of the game, it wasn't as open as it is now. I mean, Windenburg was probably the most open we've ever gotten. I guess
It
City
is
Living too,
it's
but
still the biggest, actually. Winterberg is still the biggest world.
yeah, I tell people get together, biggest world, the most slots we've ever gotten, 64 by 64. The dynamic of the clubs are pretty nice. I mean, the world's pretty good, not gonna lie. And I remember, was it no, Get Together? Yeah, Get Together was my first ever Sims camp I ever attended. So it'll always hold like, a special place in my heart. What was your first Sims camp you attended?
It was university.
Oh, that's the one I didn't go to. Did you enjoy it over there? Because I feel like Sims Camp, I miss it so badly because I miss seeing people. And that's why I'm doing this podcast to talk to people and get to know them and even just catch up on life. But do you miss Sims Camp though?
I do. I miss. I think I miss going out and traveling as well.
Yeah.
I really miss that. But I do. I miss seeing everyone. I miss hanging out. And, it's one thing to talk to each other over, Discord or, but it's another to like just hang out and talk and just chill with everyone. So I do miss it.
Yeah, me too. I don't even know what they could do. Like, what could Sims Camp be like, I don't know, maybe next year or so? Like, if it's for an expansion pack or EA Play or some special project or whatever, like, I just miss all of that. Because all I know the last time I flew out to somewhere was for the Sims Sparked, and that was it. And now I'm just like, what do I do now? Where do I go?
Who-
What do I do?
who-
I don't even know anymore. Life is just crazy. Oh,
Life,
man.
yeah.
So,
It's yeah.
well, I did wanna say, going back to, Sims, would you, what are some stuff in The Sims 3 that you, like, remember you enjoyed the most? Was it, like, the cars, the world, The Sims, Generations? I don't know. Generations is, like, my top favorite pack, though. I could talk about it for days.
When I was playing The Sims, I didn't have all the expansions. I didn't really want them. I only had Seasons, Supernatural, University, and I think one more. Then I had like a ton of stuff packs, including Katy Perry Sweet Treats. I know,
Really?
blasphemous. Yes, I like sweet treats. Oh, and I had these celebrities was a superstar. I forgot the name of the pack where you could be a celebrity. It went with that with the costumes because the game itself didn't give you the costumes. So
Oh.
I had the deluxe edition of that pack with Katy Perry on it, and then I also had sweet treats as well because you
Mhm.
can like decorate your stage with like all the objects and stuff. But I would bring back, to be honest, the open world concept, and I kind of enjoy the rabbit hole destinations a little bit. I know we got a glimpse of that with university, and your Sims can go to like soccer games if they
Mhm.
wanted to. But I miss, going to the grocery store or, going to like the theater or going to a concert. I really miss that. So I was thinking last night, like maybe I should re-download Sims 3, you know?
I
Maybe I
mean
should.
I mean, there's some good stuff out there in The Sims 3. I mean, I would say definitely check it out again because there are some new custom worlds, my Simbility. I've been going back into it because I vaguely remember playing The Sims 3 growing up. And so starting a new household, the little family gameplay, have like 5 kids and go to university, travel the world, and all these different things is just kind of fun. Yeah, I would say, yeah, do it again. I think you'll like it because you had a Sims 3, like, video years ago that you had.
I
So,
did. I uninstalled it because it was restarting my computer, my old computer. I'm like, okay, why are you rebooting my computer? Let's go ahead and delete you because this is not cute.
yeah. Sims 3 was, how I put a trip that you just didn't know how to handle.
Yeah, it was too powerful for its time.
Yes. But we loved it either way. We lived through the lag, but we
Yeah,
just
we
kind of
lived through the lag. We did. We did.
so with Sims 4, as it being the newest, we're on 7 years of this game, which is kind of insane to think about 7 years of The Sims 4, or almost 7 years, actually.
No, I think it's 7. I think it's closer to 8
Oh,
now.
oh, oh
I'm co-
gosh.
I'm convinced we're closer to 8 now.
That's wild. That's a lot of The Sims 4. I feel like it's changed so much from the where it started to where
Mhm.
it's now. New hair swatches, new skin tones, new packs being released, and I don't know, it's changing for the better. All I just want is just like more male content in the game because I mean, there's not a lot of male cast stuff that I can use. So I mean, I need more of that, more yellow, and then I'm good to go. But also give me generations and I'm fine. But
Not give me generations and I'm fine.
yeah, everything else I don't care. By the time this is like announced or like this episode's being released, I feel like we're gonna get some type of announcement for the next expansion pack. Like, what do you think that's going to be? Because people have been hinting it's farming, but other people have been hinting it's generations. Like, I have no idea. Like, what do you
Same.
think?
I have no idea either. And to me, I'm usually wrong about it. So I, I don't know. And they always say they don't give hints. Actually, I haven't followed any of the recent hints. So to me, I don't know. I'm usually wrong with my speculations anyway. When people were saying that Snowy Escape was like, it's gonna be snow, we're gonna have snow, we're gonna have this. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And then they were
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I can't make a prediction, unfortunately. I don't know what's coming. I don't know.
I wish I knew too. I feel like from what I've seen, people have been hinting, like with the new Design Home Decorator game pack that we just got, I think 2 days ago or so.
2 days,
Um,
yeah.
it's been it's like, what?
Now we're talking about the next expansion pack. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dream Home. It's just
It's like I can't keep up. The kit was
right.
like it was here and then was gone. Like the kit was announced and then new game packs. Like what's kit
Yep.
now? Don't
I
know.
don't
I
I don't know either.
know,
We had a kit.
but
Right.
don't know what it's called.
Right. Yeah.
But I think from the new game pack, they have been putting hints in. Like there's one T-shirt that has like I think cows or something on, like some type of animal, and then the kids tent has one swatch that's full on farm, like barn, sunset, grass,
Oh.
cows, chickens, all the things, and like farming, maybe. Not
Haven't we
sure.
had farming hints before though?
We've had farming hints in the past. I remember what was it back when seasons was being teased or whatever. We all thought it was farming.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the never mind. We didn't get a world with seasons. Cats and dogs world. Brilliant Bay is like farm-ish.
Yeah, it's more farmish. Yeah, if you look in
Yeah.
the background where Brent and Brent Hecking live, there's like
Hmm.
cows in the distance, like JPEGs of cows.
Not JPEGs of cows.
They look so pixelated. They're flat.
Oh, oh wow. Not
Yeah.
JPEGs.
Someone
It be
told me
like that
that.
sometimes. It be
True.
like that.
True.
Unfortunately,
Sadness.
the whole world's a JPEG, isn't it?
True. I mean, oh, JPEG? I mean, half
JPEG.
the time we do have JPEGs everywhere. Like The
Mm-hmm.
Sims. I don't know, but like, I don't know if you have seen this or not, but like in San Myshuno, there's like trains and then there's like Sims down below. I zoomed into one of those one time. I'm like, oh no, never again. Those are horrifying. Horrifying Sims. They don't
They're
got no,
yeah.
they
They're
got
like
no,
Sims 1 models, but
yes.
they're like Sims 1 models. And it's like multiple, it's like I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 variations and then they just repeat and you're just like, "Oh wow, we are really in a simulation."
We really are. I sometimes think we're in an actual simulation in real life.
Okay, then where's Motherload?
Right. Motherload, testing cheats
Times 10.
true,
Motherload
right?
times 10. That's all I need.
It's like I want that in my bank account like today. Thank you very much. How long do you think The Sims 4 will last?
To be honest, I don't know. Just because I remember where Sims 3 was still going on. Like I think Sims 3 had like 1 or 2 packs left. And
Mhm.
well, The Sims 4 was announced. So I I really don't know. I would think since we're coming up on like 8 years, and I think this has the Sims 4 passed the lifespan or it's coming up on the same lifespan as the Sims 3.
Oh, it's
I
way past.
yeah. So I would say maybe another 2-3 years, but at that
Yeah.
time, we don't know when or if they started on actually the Sims 5. I know people say, one of the executives said Sims, but they said the next Sims. I think they said the next Sims game, or so it could be like a Sims spinoff. It could be the Sims 5, but they didn't really say Sims 5. Um,
True, true.
so it could be something in the same franchise for all we know that they're working on. So I don't really know. I mean, it I don't know. I don't
Could
know.
It could be, could not be. I think
Hmm.
that what I miss the most about like the early Sims days were like the spin-offs, like Life Stories, Pet Stories, and like Medieval. Like those are like my favorites to play because they were the Sims, but they were like spin-offs with like different things you could do that you couldn't do in the other
Yeah,
games.
true, 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 true. I just want busting out and herbs for both console and handheld to just
Yes.
be remastered and just make a comeback, and I would be happy.
Yes. Get the Black Eyed Peas back. They'll be willing to do it. Maybe, they might have a feud. I don't really know. But Fergie, you can come back a little bit.
Hey,
Do a little soundtrack, little, riff,
mhm.
whatever, and you
re
step away.
remaster the entire soundtrack, just re-sing it,
Yeah.
in Simlish.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get the handheld versions on the Switch. And
Yes.
then let's get, yeah, let's bring those back real quick.
Yeah. Go back to the early, 2000s. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Ki-
just channel that fashion. It'll come to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, I feel like it's easy, but then I don't know. Simlish is hard. I try to speak Simlish, doesn't work. Tried it.
I I only know a few phrases and that's it.
Yeah,
That is
only a
it.
few. There should be a class about that, honestly.
There should be. There should be. I'm surprised there isn't a college class somewhere about The Sims. I'm
Right.
surprised.
Sims team, chop chop, let's go. So we have basically reached the end of the podcast today. We've talked about a lot of things, Sims, Twitch, YouTube, all the above. But I want to ask you a few more questions, some rapid fire questions that may
Okay.
not be rapid fire questions. But I know you say you like playing variety games, but what favorite game? What's your favorite game you've been playing thus far? Like the most?
Mm, that's kind of hard because I play a few games at once,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say maybe Persona 5 Strikers, and I play
Okay.
that in my spare time. I've never streamed it, but I just played it in my spare time. And yeah, probably that game. Yeah.
Okay. Nice, nice. I've never played Persona 5, but it looks really good though.
It is. You should. You really should.
Is it on the Switch?
Strikers is. The Persona 5 itself is not. But Strikers is.
Okay, cool. Good. So the next question is, knowing what you know now, what advice
Mhm.
would you give to your younger self?
Ooh. Ugh. Ah. The shit you're stressing about now won't matter in 3 years, babe. So just take a chill pill.
Yes. Chillax. Next
Yep.
question. Next question would be, do you have anything exciting coming up this year you want to share with
Uh,
anybody today?
to share, no.
No.
I do
uh,
not, unfortunately. I wish
uh,
I could, but no.
Same. But can't. Hopefully, no. Maybe one day, a few months down the line, you might have something. You never know.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Maybe something Sims related, Twitch related, sponsorship, agency signing. Who
Mm,
knows?
mm. Who knows?
Who knows? What's one thing about you that surprises people?
I act the same way that I do on camera.
Mm, yeah, you do. I mean, you're nice on stream. You're nice in person. You're a very creative, bubbly, kind person. So, I mean, yeah, you do. You really do. Honestly. People say that you have not you, but like people say streamers have faked their personality, but in reality, some do, some don't, and more times than others, they don't fake their personality because it's actually
Yeah,
genuine and true.
yeah. I bust out the same adult jokes I do on stream that I do in in real life.
True. True. Yeah. Yeah. The last question of the day for the podcast is, what's the best life advice you've gotten? Deep question, I know.
Mm, mm.
I know.
It kind of bounces off the one of the previous lightning questions. The shit you're worried about now won't matter in 10 years.
Okay,
It
good.
won't.
That's good. Awesome. So, where can the listeners find you on social media?
Oh wow, you can find me on any platform, any social media platform under ItsMeTroi, and then you can find me on my second channel for TikTok and YouTube at ItsMeTroi 2 Too.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much for being on my podcast. I really appreciate it so much. I cannot wait for people to hear this episode. Definitely get to know you a little bit more better because sometimes streaming and social media is always one sided. So making sure that they listen to this episode is going to be very, very fun.
Hey, I can't wait for it to come out in the
Yeah,
future.
totally. In the future. Exactly. So I hope you all enjoyed today's episode with It's Me Troy. I definitely sure did, because as a person who loves to talk about The Sims and custom content and mods and YouTube and Twitch and understanding what it's like being a content creator on the internet like YouTube and Twitch and other platforms as well, because what Troy does, she does so much on her day-to-day basis, like, TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and other behind the scenes that we may or may not know. But hopefully you learned a little bit more of an insight of who she is as a creator on the internet, because honestly, it's always fun to learn more. But anyway, make sure you check out all of our links down below in the show notes to our YouTube, website, TikTok, all the things you need to know. But make sure you go ahead and follow and subscribe to me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And I will hear from you all next week.